Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob from Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I have a very unique review impressions for you, something that I don't own more than this of. This is the Guardian Tactical Recon 035. And this is an OTF in black, as you can see. It's got a little patent on here. This is all blacked out. It's got a little itty bitty lanyard hole, but no glass breaker on this. It's got the switch here, and if you can see this, got a little lint in there, but that is a metal plate behind the actuation button for this OTF. So when you actuate it, it comes out to a beautiful, you see that Tonto blade, and it's got a hollow grind on the tip and a flat grind on the base part of it, and a fuller in the middle, and definitely a sharp, thick edge on the top. So the actuation on this is really fantastic. I love the curvature of the button right here. Really allows you to open this really nicely with not a lot of tension. And when you lay this flat with the whole pressure of your thumb, it closes really well. So get the finger on here, push up very easily, and close very easy. And with that plate there, this makes it, the actuation, one of the smoothest. I've touched and handled some Microtechs and Heretic and some other knives, and haven't felt that they were as nice as this. Now, some of those were smaller, and this is a much bigger knife. I did handle a Heretic little guy that I had for a very, very short period of time and returned that. Did not work for me. I returned it, so I never really bought it and owned it, but it was very loose. It wasn't a Heretic, sorry. It was a Axial OTF. I liked it, and I think it was one of the very first ones, so it wasn't a great, probably had some issues, and they would have easily replaced it and given me another one. And what I hear, their stuff is now just really fantastic. It's still USA made. This is USA made. This is a USA made knife, and I really like the two-tone blade. You can see that with the I think this is Cerakoted. I'm not sure if this is not DLC or PVD. It's Cerakoted, and I think this is PVD on here, on the aluminum. This aluminum handle, you can see it's got a little curve for your hand for a good grip. Definitely can get up and get a nice push grip. It does have a little wiggle. I don't know if you can hear that. Very little. I mean, but all OTFs have that. And I don't know if you can see that, but this is minimal, very minimal compared to some of the other knives I've handled. It's right up there with what Microtech does and some of the other ones. Yeah, I know there's one really fancy custom one out there, and I forget who makes that one. I think it's the... is it Guardian Tactical? I don't know who it is, but they make a $1,700 for a custom knife, but it has complete perfect lockup. But you're paying for that, right? This is really fantastic. As you can see, we can get a nice close look. It's Elmax steel, which is a great steel, heat treated, from what I understand, really well. The edge here is not perfect. You can see that, and I've heard that that's one of their things. But it is USA made. Here it's really nice on this side. You can see that's pretty even. Maybe not. It's a little higher over here. But here, this side, it's a little higher on top. But down here, it's just not perfect. And when I re-profile the blade and the edge, I'll probably fix that and get it more even, obviously. But still, Elmax steel, wonderful aluminum handle with a wonderful actuation button here to deploy and retract. It is right hand only. As you can see, this doesn't flip on this other side, so it's not for a lefty, unfortunately. So sorry about that, lefties. But really, really fantastic. Now, if I'm a lefty, to me, it works just perfectly fine. You just pull it out of your pocket. You'd have to turn around to actuate it. So if you carry it left-handed. Overall, I really, really like this knife. I think this is one of my first OTFs that I'm keeping and that I enjoy, that I've used. I really do like this. It's something I'm definitely going to be a user for me. It's not super fancy in the sense that it doesn't have a whole bunch of embellishment and stuff on here, so something I feel comfortable using. So let's go ahead and get a measurement on this guy. Well, let's weigh it first. Let's do that. So let's get a little weight on here and see how much this guy weighs. All right, so, we're in grams. Let's get those units correct here. Here we are, ounces. All right, 3.72 ounces. So 3.72 ounces, not too bad. 3.72 ounces. Let's open the blade here and see what the length, the handle knife to handle ratio is not going to be perfect on this one, obviously, but we are looking at about a 3 1/4 inch, maybe 3 1/16 of an inch blade. To the handle, it's going to be definitely about 3.3 inches. So if you're needing something under 3 inches, definitely not. If you're in California, it's definitely over 2 inches. So again, that definitely not. I'm in Texas, so this is fine. Overall, this is just a little shy of 8 inches. I would say it's probably about 7 7/8 inches long. If you go to the very tip of where that lanyard hole is, if you go to the very back of it, it's probably 7 3/4 inches, right? So that is the length of overall. The handle itself, if we look for where we can grip, is going to be about 4 1/4 inches. So that will be the actual length of the handle, and so it'll give you a good handle presentation. Definitely plenty of room for me. I have medium to large hands. They're large in width-wise and medium in length-wise, so someone with a large, extra large, and double extra large would have no problem handling this knife. Definitely would work on that. All right, so let's go ahead and measure the knife stock on this thing here. Let's see how thick this blade is. So it's 0.153 inches, so 153 hundredth of an inch. So it's almost between 0.2 and 0.1 inches. That's a pretty robust, thick blade. So definitely a user blade, no doubt. Definitely can do some serious cutting. Now it is compound ground up here at the very tip, as you can see. So that tip, if you're going to be pokey doing some, trying to leverage some stuff, you might damage that and break it off. But for cutting wise here, it's definitely going to be robust and have some strength. It has a fuller, or blood groove, some people like to call it, but it's a fuller right here. To me, the function of that fuller, I'm not really sure how that would work for me because it's nothing for deployment. Maybe it's when it's closed and locked up. I don't know. But definitely it's there. So I guess if you're cutting things that, if you're cutting open bags of water or materials and they pour out and you want to cut in, it allows you to bring your cut in to the sand or whatever just moves out. Now, I wouldn't cut sand with a OTF because that's going to be, you have to take that apart and clean it. The nice thing is the screws here, these are all, unfortunately they're T6s, but these screws are all torque screws. So you can take this apart if you know what you're doing. Definitely check with your warranty. Make sure you know that it's okay to do so because you may void your warranty, but it is made so that can be taken apart. That's really nice. I do like that. Overall, this is my first OTF. I really like it. I think it's a great OTF. I have no complaints about this OTF. I think it's just really wonderful. I'm glad I bought this one. And I really waited for it too because I wanted to get Guardian because I've heard all the good things about the actuation button. And to me, definitely worth it. I really like this. And I wish other people could do it. It's probably a patent on it. That's why they can't. But really wonderful. Now, I have heard the new Kershaw, the one that they came out with, that's like in the 230s or whatever, that I've heard is pretty phenomenal, and I'd like to get my hands on that one. So that may be my second OTF, because that would definitely be another user. But this one is fantastic. First one, glad I've got the Guardian Tactical, highly recommended. This is definitely going to go into my most recommended knives and my higher end recommended knives for sure. So I do like the clip. I believe this is steel clip. It's not aluminum, and it's not titanium. I did check that. But it works really well, moves in and out of the pocket, fairly deep carry, so I do like that. I mean, the edge is wonderful, and it hones up really nicely on a leather strap, so I've had no issues with that. Highly recommend it. So anyways, let's take a quick look at this knife. You can see the edge, the fuller right there, and the hollow grind right there, with the Elmax steel, and here's the handle coming through. See the top right there with the deep carry clip. You can see the top of the edge, and then we can see the hollow grind right there. Let's go back, and we'll take a look at there. See more of the hollow grind with the reflection of the light. You can see the patent numbers on there. You can see Guardian Tactical right there with the, I think that's number 9792. So I guess that's a serial number, 9772. And here's the little lanyard hole. And we look at the back. See the nice curvature for the hand. Nice edge. Let's see if we can get close up on that edge. Can we focus in on that with my hand? Can we get that? I don't know if I can, but there we go. All right, so that's the knife. And here, I'll just do a quick zoom out here so we can get a nice view of it here. And then we'll close it up like that. There we go. We can take another look like that. And we take a look like that if you're interested. All right, so that's the knife. If you have any questions or any comments or any suggestions, please feel free to comment down below. I would love to hear from you if you have any questions about the knife, this review, or if you have any suggestions for future reviews, please let me know. I do try to respond to all my comments. And then also, if you like this video, would you consider hitting the like button and then maybe subscribing? And if you want to subscribe, maybe hit that notification button already if you're already a subscriber so that you can get notifications of future releases. And if you like this content, maybe check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. That's robs_nerdy_knives. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.